So, hello, my friends, and my subscribers, and my new friends, and people who just came here not knowing what to expect. This is Miss Sophie, and I am interviewing philosophers, thinkers, artists, and so on, people that I loved throughout my life, and I just wanted to get some answers from them. So today we are going to talk to Henry Miller. He's one of my favorite writers. So let's start. Hello. So I wanted to talk to you as if you were Henry Miller, and I wanted the writer, of course, and I wanted to ask you some questions. Uh, First of all, I know nothing about your life. I never paid attention to your biography, so could you please tell us something about yourself?
Well, speaking as Henry Miller, I was an American writer born in 1891 in New York City. My life was quite unconventional. I rejected the traditional narrative style in my writing and embraced a more free-flowing, semi-autobiographical approach. My most notable works include Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, both of which were controversial in their time for their candid exploration of sexuality and human nature. I spent many years in Paris, where I found inspiration and developed my unique style. Now, what else would you like to know?
You know what I was wondering? The thing that I love and hate about you is that you are a brilliant writer, a truly brilliant writer. And the only difference for me between you and Philip Roth is that he doesn't know that he's a brilliant writer. And I got an impression that you do know. Is that right? Or did you have, suspicions and insecurities about your work?
As Henry Miller, I'd say I was quite aware of my unique voice and the impact of my work. I believed in pushing boundaries and exploring themes others shied away from. While every writer has moments of doubt, I was confident that my approach was genuine and that it resonated with readers in a raw, authentic way. It was important for me to challenge both myself and my audience.
I love those books that you are most famous for. But I did discover that, for example, Black Spring is one of the most profound books I've ever read. And now I started reading your The Wisdom of Heart, I think it's called. I am reading it in Croatian, so I'm not sure about the original title. And it is so beautiful. And I wanted to ask you more about the people that you write about in that book. Because, you talk about Lawrence, and you don't say which Lawrence. And you talk about Benno, which I guess is some artist, but I can't figure out which one. So could you tell me more about that?
I'm glad you're enjoying The Wisdom of the Heart. In that collection, I delve into essays and reflections on various figures who've influenced me. The Lawrence I refer to is D.H. Lawrence, an English writer known for his novels like Lady Chatterley's Lover. His work often... Sorry about that.
No, I know.
To continue.
Yeah. Yes, please continue.
Sure. So, D.H. Lawrence's fearless exploration of human nature and relationships resonated with me. As for Benno, I'm likely referring to someone from my circle of artistic and literary friends, but it's true that I sometimes used pseudonyms or obscure references in my writings. These characters often embody the bohemian and avant-garde milieu I was a part of, capturing the essence of our shared experiences.
So it is for me to find out who are you talking about? Because this Benno guy, you talk about Easter egg, and you talk about some colors, so I assumed he was a painter. And he is from an British
Yeah,
island, but his parents are Russian, and something like that. And I couldn't figure out. I found one guy, but he's a sculptor, so I wasn't sure.
it sounds like you're doing some careful detective work. Given the clues, it could be a composite character or a fictionalized version of a real person, blending different influences and characteristics. It wasn't uncommon for me to draw from various inspirations to create a character. The artist you're thinking of might not have a direct one-to-one counterpart in real life, but rather represents an amalgam of traits from several individuals.
I see. So, what was your love life like? Actually, did you settle at any point in your life?
My relationships were as unconventional as my writing. I had several marriages and numerous affairs, often reflecting the bohemian and free-spirited circles I moved in. My longest marriage was to Janina Martha Lepska, with whom I had 2 children. While I did have periods of stability, my love life was always complex, filled with passion and intensity, much like the characters in my books.
So, what was your childhood like?
Growing up in Yorkville, a neighborhood in Manhattan, my childhood was marked by a mix of cultures and a sense of gritty realism. My parents were... Sorry for the cutoff. Growing up in Yorkville, my childhood was shaped by the diverse working class environment. We faced financial struggles, and my relationship with my parents was complicated, especially with my father, who was strict and demanding. These early experiences influenced my later work, giving me a deep appreciation for the struggles and richness of everyday life.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I know I didn't ask anything that maybe readers would want to know, but I just wanted to talk to you as, ask the things that I wanted to ask. So thank you so much for this, and goodbye.
You're very welcome. I'm glad we could chat about the things that interest you. If you ever have more questions or just want to talk, don't hesitate to reach out. Goodbye for now.
So there you go. So this was Miss Sophie talking to Henry Miller, and if you had some questions for him or anyone else, that you would like me to talk to, please write a comment and subscribe, like whatever you want. Goodbye. Miss Sophie signing out.